Halo. It's one of the very few IPs that I'd say I'm very passionate about. I don't know what it is particularly about the universe. I just think it's so interesting, so amazing. I love my time in it. I love the aliens. I love Master Chief. Out of the sheer drought that Halo's been in recently, I've been so desperate for more Halo content and IP. It led me to the books, specifically the books on Audible. I've been listening to a couple of them, and the one I just listened to, oh, I'm still listening to it. I'm halfway through. I'm on chapter 20 of Halo Edge of Dawn, a Master Chief story. And I love it because it's voice acted by Master Chief and Cortana, or I should say now Joy Use. That may be spoilers. But it's been great. And a lot of the books and me going over in my mind and in person playing over some of the games again, I just really wanted to make a video talking about my thoughts on what I really want out of the next installment. I know we're getting the Halo Combat Evolution Dragon Ball 4. I can't remember what it's called, but the remake of the first one, and I am excited for that. I know a lot of the community isn't, but I am, because hopefully that means we're gonna get a Halo 3 remake. And also, they're apparently adding some new missions to the beginning of the game. Hey, new Halo content's new Halo content. That's what it's like when you're neglected and abused. You just take anything you get. But like I said, I really want to just come and make a video talking about what I really want out of the series. I have boiled down to 3 points. While reading the books, especially Edge of Dawn, I feel the exact same thing I felt while playing Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, and Halo Reach. All the Bungie titles, and even Halo Infinite to a degree. I don't think Halo Infinite was as bad as most people say. I loved it. Personally, I think it's the best gameplay feeling Halo. I think it has the best gameplay. I'm sorry. But before I get fully into it, just remember this is all my opinion. If you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. If you have any other comments or questions or just anything you want to talk about, I'm down. I have no friends to talk about Halo with, so you guys are all I got.
Excuse me, is anyone sitting there?
No.
Is anyone sitting there?
No.
Is anyone sitting there?
No?
You got no friends, man.
I'm going to list every point I'm about to make in order of least important to most important. And the least important out of the 3, I believe, is I really want more of the military feel.
Listen up, Noble Team. We're looking at a downed relay outpost 50 clicks from Visegrad. We're gonna introduce ourselves to whoever took it out, and then Kat's gonna get it back online.
Get me under the hood, Commander.
Sir, why would rebels want to cut off Reach from the rest of the colonies?
You get a chance, maybe you can ask him, George.
I think the military feel probably hit its all-time peak in Halo Reach. The military aesthetic and feel and borderline propaganda has always existed throughout Halo. It's one of the key selling points for a lot of, I feel like, Americans mainly. You feel like you're a cog in the machine at some points where you're like a ODST trooper, or when you're in CE, you feel like one piece to a bigger, broader piece of something. And that something is the UNSC. The way that, like I said earlier, the banding together of humans across the galaxy underneath the UNSC, fighting the Covenant, is to me one of the coolest parts, because it makes you feel like you're fighting for something bigger than yourself. But I stand by, and Halo Reach, it felt the highest. You're a new face to a completely new team that has a set rank and file system. You got Carter as the leader, shooting out orders. You got him constantly relaying back to command, being given orders and jobs. It's a great feeling. We had Sergeant Johnson was a big part of that, with his literally his drill sergeant demeanor 24/7. In Halo 1, you're basically a hero going around saving Marines and trying to get the humans together and work and figure out the problem that you guys have now all facing together on the ring. Even going back to Reach, I think another thing is the Spartans' armor. They feel way more like they've been lived in. They feel like they've really seen a battle or two, which I think is my least favorite thing about Halo 5 and Halo Infinite, is most of the Spartans' armor, especially in the multiplayer, just looks so clean, and like they haven't seen a day of combat. Look, compare armor from Halo Infinite and then compare it to Reach. Reach just has way more, I'm going to say, lack of a better word, personality. It's got way more battle scars. And also, the gear on it just makes it look way more tactical. Every little piece you see on the armor of one of Noble Team looks like something that's useful. It looks like could be a compartment or some sort of medical device or a weapon or a light or some sort of sensor or a canister or just a reinforced piece of armor. Like, all of it looks useful. And then you look at Halo Infinite and sometimes it just looks like they're just trying to make it look cool. I think Halo Reach, Halo, even original Master Chief armor, it looks cool without making it look like it's trying to look cool. It looks useful. It looks practical. It looks like something I could genuinely imagine humans achieving one day with our, advancements in technology. It feels plausible. But when you start making it look like Halo 5, it's like, okay, we're starting to make it look like some sort of fantasy armor instead of something that's somewhat plausible. Which again, I know is preference, but I don't know. That's how I feel. Feeling like you're part of something bigger, you're a cog in the machine, whether it be an ODST, Noble 6, or Master Chief. Feeling like you're fighting for humanity in this well-oiled machine. It may be broken, it may be suffering, it may be desperate, but it's working. And you are one of those pieces that you're working so hard to make up for all the missing ones and all the ones that have died and all the ones that have sacrificed themselves for you to be here in this moment to continue fighting for humanity. I love that feeling, and I don't want that to ever go away. Last point I'll make on this is Halo doesn't always feel realistic. I mean, if you think about the concept, most of the time, you're a big green guy in freaking Megatron armor jumping around on alien planets, shooting up people. You're doing 360s, you're spinning. You got people in the room next to you arguing whether or not Master Chief should run or walk. And then you're throwing blue balls of light that explode and kill little minion-looking dudes. I mean, it's not a very serious-sounding game. But I always thought, and still think to this day, the thing that makes it still feel grounded and makes you take it seriously is the military feel. It's the feeling of the war you're in. It's the feeling of humans actually being on the back foot and having to deal with this threat. And you not only being, like I said a million times, a cog in the machine, one of the people, a part of a bigger group, you're also like a soldier serving humanity. You're not just part of a bigger group, you're also a hero to most civilians. And again, I think Halo Reach nailed that feeling, especially when you went to that one city that's all white. I forgot what it's called, but when you're there and you have a chance to actually see everything in action and you have a chance to join the battlefield and help save civilians, that's a great feeling, and I love it.
Oh! I've taken a grievous wound!
Hopefully I made my point well, but the next point I want to make that I think is the second most important thing that they need to nail in this game is mission diversity. Now, I think Halo's always been, for the most part, pretty darn good with mission diversity, but I think Halo Infinite, for obvious reasons, it's an open world game. It suffers the most. So does Halo 4 and Halo 5, I feel, to a good degree, because Halo 5 is just too short anyways. But mission diversity, I'm going to keep going back to Reach because, I don't know, it just always feels like the best example for what I want out of the next game. I want it to feel more like Reach, I guess. But the mission diversity in Reach, it's very vast, very different. Some of them are long, some of them are short. You start off in farmlands, investigating possible rebels that turn into the Covenant. Then a military base. Then another military base or a research base. And then you go to nighttime in these nice, dark, moonlit valleys, sniping people. And then you go to this giant war where your specific mission in this giant battle for Reach is taking out these anti-aircraft cannons, and that's a long one. That's probably one of my favorites. And you go to that to sneaking into basically a secret NASA-like facility, taking it out and helping Marines survive while you're there. And then you join this giant city, like I said earlier, being completely attacked by the Covenant. And then for that, you go over the city in a Pelican, and you start, or not a Pelican, the like helicopter Pelican thing. I don't know its name. But you go from that to like this big open segment where you're flying around above the city while it's getting glassed in the distance. And then after that, you go back to Sword Base, but now it's destroyed. And then after that, you go and help the ship take off. I mean, and then after that, at the very end, you're in the middle of the glassed Reach, basically having a last stand everyone knows. I mean, the diversity in the missions and how they feel is a really big part of what I think made Halo Reach so successful. And I just think that is what it nailed the best out of every game. I think all the games have great like mission diversity. Don't get me wrong, but I think Reach just did that best. And again, I'm just gonna sound like I keep glazing Reach, but it's true. That's what I believe. And so with the next Halo game, I'd rather them not make it open world. And that may sound crazy to some of you, but I'd rather not be. I'd rather it be a more crafted, linear story where you could put us in open segments, like the flying one above the city with the glassing, or kind of like a linear, bigger open map, like the one where you're taking out the anti-aircraft guns or whatever. But have Master Chief go from or this location to this location, solving things, and have him do more things than just show up, shoot aliens, leave, show up, shoot aliens, leave, show up, shoot aliens, leave. I want him to do other things. Mainly, I want to do other things as the gameplay. I want to be able to escort somebody. I want to maybe hunt a bounty again, like in Halo Infinite. Then I want to be able to fly from this place to this place to that place. I mean, think of Halo 2. You have the Arbiter and then Master Chief. I mean, switching between those two in gameplay was really good because you got completely two perspectives telling the same story. We need to go back to that. The Halo shouldn't be open world. I think they could nail if they had more time and the budget, like what I hear Halo Infinite should have been. I feel like they could nail an open world, absolutely slam it out the park. But that's not really what I want out of Halo. I want a handcrafted linear story. I want everything to be shined. I want to see only what I meant to see. I want to see a crafted story and let me see more into this gorgeous, gorgeous world. I didn't really have as much to say on that point, but the last point I'm going to make is Master Chief himself. He needs to be more heroic.
It's you. You're alive. Chief, the Banished. I tried to stop them. I tried to...
Easy. We're safe now.
I couldn't stop them. But you can. You have to.
Consider it done.
I know that's crazy to say, but I think, especially reading the books and even some of the, crappy little short films they made forever ago, the feeling of Master Chief has never really felt the same as it did in Halo 3. And even Halo 3, I don't feel like it's felt that much. If you're a fan of Halo, you'll usually understand the fact that Master Chief is a good representation of hope. He is their Captain America. He is their propaganda tool, but for good reason. He's Superman to them. He is awesome. And especially in the books, I feel like they make that more prevalent. And I really want to feel that in the actual game, because I don't feel like personally I do. I mean, you feel like a hero in Halo 1, 2, and 3. You do, but the more saving that one soldier, not saving the entire universe. I really want a more personal level of heroics when it comes to his fellow soldiers, his fellow Spartans. We got a taste of that in Halo Infinite, in that one cutscene in the beginning of the game where he frees that one Spartan who was getting tortured, but he sadly passes right after we free him. More things along that line, or even, the Esparza, I think is his name, in the ship with the Pelican in that whole game. Humanity just sometimes feels really distant, and I get that's the point of Master Chief. It's a lot of his story. It's how he doesn't feel like he's part of humanity. He feels like a machine. He feels like a robot. He feels a lot like Cortana, and Cortana wants to feel like him, and that dynamic between their characters was always very interesting. But still, it's time we start peeling away at that a little quicker. I just want more personal, heroic stories. Like, imagine there's a mission where your whole goal is to save one single Marine. I think that would be amazing. Or it could be a mission like in Halo 3, you could even switch to playing some COD level of storytelling. You could switch to playing only for like 2 missions or just one. ODST trooper stuck somewhere. And throughout the mission, you're struggling and running from the Covenant or the Banished, whatever it is at this point, and you're struggling to survive. They could even infect it in gameplay. Your health could be like limited. You could run out of ammo at a certain point and have to only use a pistol. There's so many ideas I could think of, but imagine playing as that ODST trooper, and through gameplay, you feel like it's hopeless. You feel like you're about to watch someone die. Kind of like, I'll say COD MW2, when the nuke went off. That is a great example. You could feel that level of despair. You could see some of your soldier friends around you die in gameplay or in cutscene. And I would prefer gameplay. And then eventually, you could be cornered, and now it's a final stand. You have one magazine left, and the prompt is survive. And you shoot. You have 2 bullets left, and all of a sudden, an explosion goes off in front of you. One that none of your friends caused, and it didn't look like the Covenant caused either. And then you see a ping on the map. You hear a voice over the intercom in your helmet, and Master Chief slams on the ground in front of you, or comes in on a tank and runs over some of the Covenant, or a Warthog or something, and saves you. I would just want more of seeing the perspective of normal Marines, ODST troopers, and even other Spartans being saved by Master Chief, because it happens so much in the books. It happens, I love it. I want the heroic side of Master Chief to be more centerpiece in these games. There's so many ideas I could keep yapping, and if you guys want to hear me yap some more, I don't know why you would. I'm doing a horrible job, I feel like. Well, I don't want this video to be too long, so I don't know. I haven't made a video like this in a long time either, so I probably did a horrible job. You guys let me know. You could be honest. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any crazy ideas for what Halo can do in the future. Let me know if you agree with me, any of my points. Thank you so much for watching and making it into the video. If you made it this far, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for letting me waste your time talking about Halo. Never really a waste talking about things you love. But, man, can that next game please be good, please?